Hello YouTube and welcome back to Castle of Random. It's me, Random, as always. And yep, still at the new setup, don't worry. Still everything is the same. Like I said in the previous one. We have this shit going on. But anyway, currently there is a thing that I want to talk about basically that's happened for a few days now, so I haven't really had the chance to basically talk about it. But as you can see, I was moving houses, so we have a new setup. We still have the poster. We have the ladder. We have basically a gym there in the back. It's just a bench with dumbbells, but it doesn't matter. It gets the job done, even though I haven't really been able to work out in never for now, for the last few months. But regardless, what's the topic that I currently want to have is based on two things that happened, I mean, in a short-ish period of time. And if you've seen the news and you see the title, basically you know what I'm talking about. It is that currently 2xKO, or as people nowadays call it, 2 weeks KO, is that they're going to be stopping support for the game. Basically that it didn't show the results apparently that they wanted to have, and the servers will still be on, but I think and a few heroes need to come out, but people that paid for stuff will be refunded pretty much up from the beginning up until August 20th. People will be, like I said, will be refunded, and it's a sad sight to see that they're stopping the game basically after 6 months. And in what lies the problem? It can be multiple factors at the end of the day. You know, a lot of people can say, oh, it's because, you know, it didn't show, again, they wanted this to be as successful as Valorant or League of Legends. And again, you can't have it because fighting games are more on the niche side, so you can't have that global success as those type of games like Valorant or League of Legends. Other thing that is, they laid off a lot of the staff at the beginning. Again, this might be due to profitability, which is pretty much a bullshit move, but people lost their jobs. They went back on their word. So, and the other thing is that it's because of the delay. They announced Project L, as it was called in the beginning, which is, I still think it's the name they should have went with. They announced Project L like a while ago back, and by the time that the 2xKO released, people were already kind of fatigued by waiting like thousands and thousands of hours for years just to see the game. And the fact that it launched it was 10 years in development, they only got 8 characters at the beginning, limited characters, and it was not enough. They couldn't keep up with demand. I mean, to launch a game that you developed for 10 years with that much kind of going into it, with that little, it's sad. I mean, just take Avatar Legends for example. That game is made by a smaller studio. It's made with hand-drawn stuff, and still it's more favorable because again, it's not about the IP that it's better than League of Legends. A lot of people know League of Legends. There's things about League of Legends. Even I used to play a little bit League of Legends back in the day, and I was very excited about it. But you can't replicate that type of success that you have from other games into a fighting game and expect that the results that it's gonna be like this humongous thing. It's just impossible. And that also brings me to another thing that we also know that Invincible versus basically the studio laid off like 75% of their staff, if I'm not mistaken, but do correct me if I am. So that's another thing that got me into thinking, are we fatigued from video games? Or not really video games, sorry. The thing is, are we fatigued from fighting games in being just pump and dump type of things? I know I spoke about this multiple times that 2026 is kind of the year where the FGC community will eat very good because we had so many games that are coming out like Avatar, Tokon, Invincible, 2xKO, we have Street Fighter, we have Tekken, we have Fatal Fury, City of the Worlds. Like there's a lot of games that are currently like you can use and also indie games on top of it are just and the ongoing, like we had the new patch for Guilty Gear Strive, we have new character for Underbirth, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and of course the classics anyway. But the thing is, again, the question, and we had Mortal Kombat 1, which also flopped, even though I don't think it released this year. It was like 2025, if I'm not mistaken, 2024, something like that. Again, the question is still posed: have we reached a point where we have too much fighting games being pretty much the same, and we don't, it's, I don't know, is it a bit too much? The question is because, or should we, like take a step back and make something actually that's very, very different to what, break the molds of what fighting games kind of look like at the moment. Because again, to have, like, I think I named almost 10-ish games that we have currently that are kind of viable, and three of them are already dead. Mortal Kombat, I'm not even gonna talk about it because again, the people at the NRS are just basically fucking up at this point every single time. Maybe it's because they want to focus on creating the Injustice Street, which is again just speculations. It's not like it's gonna happen. We don't know for sure. We don't know anything, or maybe they're working on a different game. Capcom is still going pretty strong. Fatal Fury, again, it has its audience, but it's on the niche side. We don't have like thousands upon thousands of players, and it's bought by the Saudis. We already know that. So again, people are really reluctant for that as well. We have Invincible Versus, which again it flopped due to the fact that the IP is not strong enough. I mean, I've watched Invincible Versus, but is it something that I would play like, oh my god, this and that, wow, it's, I tried it. It's not my thing, man. I don't like those type of fighting games are not my style personally. And whoever wants to play them again, nothing. I have nothing against it, but it's the fact that the fighting games have reached a point where it's just, I think they're just coming out for the sake of it, because kind of the FGC, and there's people outside of the FGC, like with Ludwig and the Tyler 1 situation happened, are kind of bringing more ice into it, but it's like, it's too much of a bad thing, because there's not too much difference between two fighting games besides the IP itself. It doesn't give any breath of fresh air, and plus the fact is that they firstly make the game and then think about the long term instead of reversal. Why did my screen just went kind of, okay, there we go, focus up, thank you. What the fuck was that? Anyway, so they made Mortal Kombat, and they were so slow with updates and not everything else, that the game was basically shitty from day one. Street Fighter 6 was pretty much a good game from the beginning, and a lot of people liked it, but again, the opposing problem is that there's too little characters going on. There is too little updates. The freshness of the game is becoming stale. Even though Jasmine came out, it's a new original character. Again, the balance patch didn't offer too much stuff, into game breaking stuff. And the mechanics are pretty much the same. The game just boils down to, oh, this guy is now a bit better than the other guy, and that's pretty much it. Like I said, Invincible Versus is also on the down low, pretty much dead, I guess. TXKO will be dead eventually. The thing is, you need to know your stuff. I mean, Avatar fighting games the fighting game will never be like as big as Street Fighter or Tekken or any of the other big ones, but it will still have quite a decent amount of audience, because I think they're investing decently into the game, again, coming from not such of a big studio, and they're giving it its hand. Again, some things will be prolonged, and again, the game is limited because you can only have so many characters and have the support characters also included. So it's not like you can have, let's say for example, Avatar Roku as a playable character, but also as a support, like giving you like different things. Maybe they'll do that, I don't know, but you can only do so much. I don't know how they'll expand on the game. I mean, they do have a story mode, which is interesting, It's a different kind of multiverse type of thing, which I did play a little bit. Like I said, because of the moving, I haven't gotten around to it. It is quite fun. It is interesting, but again, we'll see what time will tell. So that's what's kind of the point. The point is that I think the FGC went from being starved to eating so good that it has become this kind of. I don't want to sound insulting because again, the game I did play both 2XKO and Versus, but the thing is, it's just the flaw that it's not, the point is not just to put out a good IP and then be sloppy with it. Again, to make a game for 10 plus years and come up with so little characters is one thing, which is horrible. And then to create a game with not such of a strong IP, maybe outside on the worldwide level. Again, you want to play fighting games on a worldwide level? Well, you need to be prepared for it, to have something that will resonate with across the globe, because I don't think every single person on planet Earth knows about Invincible Versus. Other thing is that I'm, at least me personally, am pissed off about is that Marvel Tokon is still limited in some countries. I really want to play the game, but where I reside, the game is just impossible to purchase. It's not on Steam, and I don't have a PlayStation, and I don't know if it is even purchasable there. So I do have a problem with that, and that's one thing. But again, we'll see. Maybe they're taking the slower route again. They're kind of losing a potential audience at that point, but maybe their servers are not good. I don't know. I mean, ArcSys did make Guilty Gear Strive, or maybe it's Sony fault for being douchebags. But we'll see what's the reasoning behind it. But yeah, I think that we need to make like a little bit of a break or a reset or a pause, however you want to call it, with fighting games, and start a bit slow, find the middle ground. It's not about going from nothing to everything and then back into whatever, but we need to find a nice little middle ground moving forward in 2027, where we have a few fighting games, but they're actually fresh, they're updated, they are going strong, and they are, enjoyable, to say the least. It's not about having a game where you just get into a combo and you sit 20 seconds just like this and waiting for the guy to finish the combo. I mean, that's kind of the thing with Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate, but hey, that's an older game, and people like that, but it's not my cup of tea. So it is what it is. But yeah, I kind of wanted to yap about these stuff pretty much. It's nothing really so concrete. It's more so that just giving you some raw thoughts that some fighting games need to not happen, I guess. And there's a lot of other IPs that I can name off the top of my head that I know that can make great fighting games, but the thing is, can they be actually done in a proper manner? For example, I'm gonna give you I'm just gonna give you one thing. Anime is a big thing across the globe, and it's internationally, I mean, Bleach was the way that the game Bleach that came out recently, what was it, Rebirth of Souls, was done is, I think it was mistreated in my opinion. I don't think we need a 3D Bleach game. Just give us 2D simple Bleach fighting games. The same can be done for Naruto, can be done for One Piece, for forever one of the bigger things. Nan Impact was also a game that I completely forgot about now that it talked about anime, which also died because it was garbage at launch with the rollback. The connection was shit, and again, the game was kind of rough looking anyway. It was so simple, so basic. I don't know, I didn't really got around to playing it anyway, but it was what it was, I guess. That's pretty much it. So it's always the question of finding a good IP, or maybe create something original, then find a good thing in the mechanic of the game besides the fighting and just making long combos, and have good updates. You have to have those three at least in order to keep a game sustainable. But if you don't have that, it's gonna die out at some point, and that's what happened with 2XKO, because too much delay, too much layoff. The same thing with Invincible because it was not a huge IP, and then Impact because again, very shit at launch, and basically the first few days can make or break a game completely. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this rant. If you did enjoy it, like and subscribe. We're gonna be posting some more stuff on the channel because we are now back in action. So I'm very happy to start, a bit more focused now. I can finally have the time to do that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, till next time, I guess.